Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today we've got a slightly different video for you guys. I'm actually going to be doing an unboxing. But just quickly guys, before we do jump into the video, if you are new around, be sure to subscribe to the channel, notifications turn on so you miss any more videos on the channel. If you do enjoy this, smash big thumbs up, as that's more than you can imagine, and let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. So what we're actually going to be unboxing today is the brand new Scuf Instinct Pro Xbox controller. Obviously it's got the paddles on the back, it's a Scuf controller. I'm going to unbox it and compare it to this Scuf controller that I'm using now, which is the Xbox Prestige controller. I could be wrong in saying that, but I'm gonna unbox this now. The reason I bought a new one was my paddles started to go on this. They don't really work too well now, but I've had this controller for well over a year of abusing it 8 days and 8 hours a day on Warzone every single day. So it's done pretty well. I'm happy with how it works. It still works pretty well. There's only a couple of paddles that don't work, but it's not done me too bad, which is what led me to buy the new Scuf controller when they did drop it, and I'm gonna jump straight into it right now. So I'm gonna try and make this as easy to watch for you guys as possible, but I'm gonna just start unboxing it, see what we got from this box on the inside. And if you wonder what I'm unboxing this with, I'm trying to unbox it with a nail because I'm too lazy to go downstairs and get a knife to open this with. So, you know, I've got a nail sitting around in my room as opposed to a knife. If you guys are watching this, don't do what I'm doing. Don't copy me. Go and get a proper knife. Do it properly because I'm going to end up hurting myself. Okay, so we finally got into the box, and as we can see, we have got the Instinct Pro Xbox controller. We're going to take it out of the box, and just like every other Scuf controller, it's got like a little sleeve on it, and I'll tell you what, it's actually a nicer box than one of the ones that we did receive before. So how do I get into this bad boy? Alright, so we've got the little tab to open. I'm going to try and give you guys the best view of this without dropping it out of the box. And as you can see, it comes in with like a nice little bit of padding around the analog sticks and that, just to keep it, I don't know, not breaking. And then as you can see, it's sitting in there quite nicely. I just went for a standard black one. Like I said with this one, I went full out on this one, spent loads more money than I needed to upgrade it, like changing the colors of it and all that sort of stuff, which at the time seemed like a great idea. And then I realized I'm actually never looking at my controller, so why have I spent an extra 40 quid on making it look nice when I really didn't need to? So I did change a couple of things on this controller, and I'm going to show you that now. It comes with a little bit of plastic on the back. Don't really know why that's necessary, but okay, so as we can see, we've actually got a battery pack on this one, which is one thing that I will say is a massive thing, because on here there's obviously no battery pack, and the first time I ordered this in, it came without a battery, so I couldn't actually use it unless it was wired all the time, which was frustrating. So I had to get it sent back and get it built out. But this time we have got a battery pack, which is massive. Obviously, as you can see, just a standard battery pack, which we will slide on and off very, very easily, very nicely. So the one thing you might notice straight away is I did actually change the height of one of the analog sticks. I changed this one because, as you can see, exactly the same as this one. I play with that one higher, like the right one higher and domed rather than, so it's like outwards rather than inwards. I keep that one inwards because my thumb fits in there nicely, and I keep that one domed because that's just what feels comfortable for me. And the big changes that you guys will be able to see from this, I might change angle and get my phone out in a minute and show you guys this a little bit nicer, but as you can see, these are the paddles here. These are the paddles, all four here, whereas if we compare it again to this one, you got the four paddles along the back there, right like that. Whereas this one has the four paddles a lot lower down, which are still very accessible. Just a case of literally, I'm actually finding that already, I can't lie, that's actually really easy to hit all of those paddles. I'm not going to lie to you. So obviously you got the two paddles on the inside. I don't know how well you can see it. Like I said, I'll get my phone out and try and show you guys a bit better. But that's a paddle, that's a paddle. That's a paddle, and that's a paddle, and it just means you can sync them up to any control or any like thing on your Xbox that you want to do, any button that you want to remap it to. And then the little bits that are sticking out here, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this. Again, I'll jump on my phone in a minute and show you in a better angle. These little bits here, if I just push that to the side, it really prevents how far down you can push them triggers. If you can see, that is clicking the trigger. That is registering as a click, whereas it's so much faster than doing that. So when I'm in a gunfight on COD, you best believe it's going to be a lot faster response time, and you can really mess about with these things here. They're very touchy. They're very sensitive to how much you want it. Obviously, you've got right at the bottom, or you got all the way at the top, which I'm going to probably keep it up the top just to keep that response time as best as I possibly can, because obviously I want the best response time. And then from the front, it's really just a standard Xbox controller, the standard buttons. I kept it black, like I said, didn't bother wasting any money. It's got the grip on the background here, which feels really nice. It obviously gives you a good grip of the controller. But I'm going to jump into my phone and show you the differences on a closer, more hopefully high quality scale. Okay guys, so you can see both the controllers. Like I said, they're very similar. I just obviously didn't spend as much money on the new one making it look nice, because I never look at the controller. It just seemed like a waste of money for me. The one thing you will notice about this is you can easily mute your mic if you do actually play on Xbox with this button here. It will just mute your mic straight away for you. Again, if we look at the analogs, you can see that one's higher up. So is that one. And if you can see this closely, If you compare it to that one, which is obviously dips in, this one doesn't dip in, it sits out, as well as the same with I have on here, which is the setup that I just like. Just feels nice to me. And then the paddles are like the main thing I want to talk about. So we've got the 4 paddles here. As you can see, these bits here are where I can adjust how far you push the controllers in, just like this. And then obviously you got the 4 paddles, which is one of the biggest differences that I was looking forward to trying on this new controller. So as you can see here, they are the 4 paddles. They're so much more discreet, and you can so much more easily hit that with one finger. So as I hold the controller like this, for example, let me try and I can easily hit both of them with the one finger, whereas on this one it's a bit difficult to show you this while I'm holding it. But as you can see with this one, it's a lot harder to try and hit. It just doesn't feel too comfortable. So this new controller is definitely very, very nice. It feels nice. It feels like it fits in the hand nice. And these new paddles, like I said, this little bit here is for how responsive you can make the triggers. And just in case you guys didn't realize how little I'm pushing these down, so if you guys couldn't work out, that is actually registering every time I'm pushing that. You can see my finger moving. Every time I'm pushing that, that's registering as a click. So that is as far as I have to put the analog in to be able to actually push out to push the analog or the trigger in. So in COD, it's going to give you a much better advantage. Easily remap these 3 paddles at the back, the 4 paddles, sorry, and then obviously you've got all the normal stuff that you'd have on the Xbox controller. So I'm excited to get into a game, see how this does feel out, and just to see how much better it does feel. Obviously, the other difference is this doesn't have the share button for the new Xbox Series X, whereas this one does. And if you guys didn't know, I do have the Series X, even though I play COD on the Xbox anyway. But there is the new controller. I'm going to switch back to the PC now. Okay, guys, so then just taking a little look at what else is in the box. We've got obviously the user manuals and how to use it. So if you've never used a Scuf, I'd recommend testing this out and reading through this just so you know how to remap the paddles properly. But then also in the box, you are going to get this accessories box. As you can see, it says there. I don't know how well you can see that, but it says accessories inside. So we'll crack this open. I actually don't know. I'm expecting obviously the remapping paddle, but I don't really know what else to expect. Oh, so we've got a new cable actually, which is actually a really, really nice quality cable. It's obviously what they call it, braided cable, and it looks high quality. Whereas the Scuf wire that I got before was really flimsy. It broke within a couple of weeks, and I was a bit disappointed. It's going to come with some batteries, obviously a nice W, and then it should be we're going to get a spare analog, just the one spare analog. No, we are going to get 2 spare analogs. So I'm actually going to have to read through the user thing and work out how to remap these paddles, because with this one here, I have a little magnet that I stick on the back, and then while that's stuck on the back, I just hold that and press the button that I want it to remap to, and that's how it's going to remap. But I actually don't know how you remap these new controllers, so I'm going to have a look at that, and I'll update you guys when I know. Right, okay guys, so it's actually super easy. All you have to do is, if you saw on my phone, there was like a profile button. All you have to do is press that, pick the profile you want, press it again. When that starts flashing a certain color, you hold the paddle you want to remap, press A for example, then that will be registered to A. And then for example, I'll do that one, I'll hold in my right analog stick so I can slide cancel nice and easily across Verdansk. And then the other 2 will be to tag things up and ping things and all that sort of stuff, which I do like for my controls. But hopefully this has given you an idea. You do get 2 spare analogs, which is nice as well. So yeah guys, I'm really excited to get into this, start using the new Scuf controller and seeing how it does turn out. If you guys have enjoyed this slightly different video, I know it's not quite Call of Duty related, but you know, it's Call of Duty controller, I guess. If you guys have enjoyed it, please do smash big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Is this something you guys might pick up, and do you want a review further on down the line once I've used it a little bit? Let me know in the comments. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, notifications turn on, please make sure you go ahead and do that. We'll catch you in the next one in a bit. Peace.